Hey, come on in. We're going to break this down. Welcome to you replay viewers. If you're watching this for the first time, welcome, welcome, welcome. I am Mrs.Queenie Johnson. People come to me if they want to go from the industry's best kept secret to the go-to authority in their field. What does that have to do with anything? When you're the go-to, you get to command higher fees, you get massive referrals, and you 10 times your influence. So I see you guys on there. I see you Flourish, and I see you Fleeter and Nyla. What's going on? Go ahead and invite your followers because we're going to want to talk about this. Today we're talking about leveraging your own lemonade. Everybody on Beyonce's lemonade, but you got to leverage your own lemonade. Come on, if you're going to do this, you got to leverage your own lemonade. Hey, go Marissa. Congrats on everything happening your way. Hey. So you know how we do this. We come in, we get some knowledge, and we go out and apply it. But doesn't Beyonce look fly in this little outfit, this little number she got on right here? This is like a real little tangent. Who's going crazy but smiling the whole time she's doing it, right? Okay, so let's jump into this. So Beyonce's album, right? She stole the show, seriously. And I'm glad you said that, Marissa, because that's what we want to talk about today. We want to talk about how do we steal the show in our own industry lane? How do we become the go-to authority? And in the industry, in the time we're in today, the go-to authority has to consistently remind us that they are the go-to authority, right? Anyone can swoop in at any time and grab your spot. But when you're really the go-to authority, this is the thing that Beyonce tells us, that she's not competing for the number one spot. She's not competing with Rihanna. She's not competing with Taylor Swift. She's not competing because she has the authority, meaning she can go away, have a baby, go on vacation, and come back and her spot is still there. That's a complete different lane that she's in. And so that's the thing you want to make sure you're doing yourself, that you're not competing with, we have lawyers on this, we have, video marketers, we have all types of people on this training right now. You want to make sure you're not competing against other lawyers or other video marketers, that you've created your own lane in such a way that when you go on vacation, people are waiting for you to get off of vacation. So these are some of the things we want to really notate about how Beyonce does what she does. Something that really resonates with you, I want you to go ahead and write it down. Give me some hearts. Now, here's the other thing. Now, what I just said was key. That was like a golden nugget. That's what DJ Khaled would say, major key alert. If you are the go-to authority, people won't mind when you're off the scene. They'll actually be craving for you to come back. Like everybody's asking, when is Beyonce dropping her album? When is she dropping the album? People should be asking, when are you coming out with your new program? When can I work with you? That's the question. Hey, babe. That's the thing you want to make sure. So the first thing you want to notate is that she creates desire, right? So she's found a way to create desire for her audience to always want and need what she has as an artist. This is key. This is the question. How are you asking yourself? How are you creating desire for your audience? What are you doing? Now let's take a few pages out of Beyonce's book. She's not playing a short-term game here. She is playing a long-term game. The game that she is playing is not, hey, I dropped an album and then we get all excited for, 3 weeks and then we forget about it. No, Beyonce has been dragging this out since December, like since November when she announced that she was performing at the Super Bowl, right? And so what you need to understand is that you have to have a long-term game because people's attention span is so short. You have to figure out ways to keep your audience consistently engaged, right? And at each benchmark or each milestone of the engagement, you want to give them something that fills them up so much that they get full to the brim, but like just enough to where they'll want to come back, right? Like just enough to where they'll want to come back and ask for more. So we're like, yes, she's about to come out with, her album. But first, before that happens, we're all anticipating. Another key thing, guys, I'm just going to drop these nuggets. How are your brand authority? Now, the thing about Beyonce is she does this so well is that she creates story around everything that she's doing. Everything is geared and driven by story, right? And so, right, everyone will be talking about and searching for Becky for months, right? Like, so for those of you who don't know, she has a line that says, you know, the Becky with the good hair. Well, is Becky with the good hair? Is she like a black girl with, you know, like good hair? Is she a mixed black girl? Is she a white girl? Like, we don't know who Becky is, but because we're learning about Becky, we're all searching for Becky. Like, Becky, who are you? You need to come out and show yourself. Okay, so I said Beyonce does a great job of creating an environment of desire. The next thing she does is that she creates a long-term engagement plan with her audience. It is not short-term. So let's kind of look through the benchmark. So she creates an announcement that she's going to perform in Super Bowl around November, December. Super Bowl is not until February. So we're all anticipating. Then we get to see her kind of secretly practicing at the USC facility. So they catch her on the news. This mysterious persona, right? This works for Beyonce. Really creates interest and intrigue. Another player in the market who uses this a lot is, you so funny, she drops tickets around tax time, hilarious. Another player who does this is actually Kim Kardashian. She used a lot of the mystique and being an enigma that really supports her brand. The thing about your brand is you have to figure out what are the key fascination factors that people are drawn to for you. Now, we know that she is going to perform for Super Bowl. We're seeing a little glimpse of her getting out the car, performing. Now, what does this do to her audience? Everybody's getting all excited. Everyone wants to, can't wait. But then we know Super Bowl's coming. We're getting all amped up. And what does she do, right? She drops Formation. Now, the Formation is a ode to blackness, an ode to black women, an ode to standing up and getting line and working together. Now, why is this so powerful? Beyonce has been criticized for not necessarily having music with substance. And so for her to come out, she could not come out again with a bootylicious song. She couldn't come out again with a drunken love song. Although that is her signature style, her signature sound, she had to come with some substance. Now, here's the thing for you. When you're in the marketplace, you have to up level your game at every point. You can't keep doing the same thing. So how can you still be yourself? How can you still up level your game and then add a little twist to it? Give us some more depth. Now, when she did that, what she was able to do is reestablish her relationship with her audience, because what she had done is she had distanced herself so much from the issues that were going on within the day, and people felt like, Beyonce, are you real? You're this power couple. You're supposed to be, and people don't know in the back end, she's donating to charity, she's walking, she's marching, but people only know what they see, right? And so they didn't see her commitment to the cause. And so when we're talking about brand building in this market, in this time, you can't just be a product on a shelf, right? Like, people are looking for you to actively engage. They want to know that you're real so that they can continue their commitment to you, because people are fickle. They're like, you're not upholding my values. I'm peacing out and I'm going to go to the next artist who's holding my values. And so Beyonce was able to prove, like, look, I'm here for you. I'm going to give you a little. Yeah, this was hot right here, right? I'm going to give you a little of my swag, but I'm still going to show you that I'm woke. I know what's happening in America right now. And so by her doing that, she just didn't shock the world, guys. This is more than just shocking the world. This was about reestablishing her relationship with her customers. This was about reestablishing her fan base. Her fan base isn't 13 years old anymore. Her fan base isn't 15, right? Like, we're grown adult women dealing with real life, and you can't keep dropping, drop it like it's hot, I'm a soldier type record. Like, you got to come with something real thoughtful. All right. So that's the first thing I really want you to understand. Tomorrow, when we do this part of her brand analysis, we'll get into her actual structure of her business model. Right now, I'm talking about the nuances that most of us will overlook to understand why she's a quote unquote marketing genius, because she is resonating. If you've been with me for any time, you know I always talk about resonating with your audience. So she, instead of just selling her song, she resonated. She told the story that so many people wish that someone would tell. She told that story through song. And here's the key thing. She was able to do it in her style. She didn't try to do it in like a Kendrick Lamar style. She did it in her way. Like, she had her rap, she had her funk, she had her slang, but she also has some substance. So this is absolute key, guys, that you got to stay with your personality even when you're giving your audience something they want. This is the thing. She's giving the audience what they want. Just because she's Beyonce doesn't mean that she can just do whatever she wants to do, because that would lose profit. So she's giving the audience what they want while also maintaining what she wants as an artist, which is to experiment with sound, cinematography, directing, all sorts of things like that. The other piece is that Beyonce does a great job of making the average person feel like they're part of her journey. So that's by her hiring different local artists, different choreographers, different poets and things like that. That adds to her likability factor. So hopefully you're writing this down. We have likability factor, we have customer engagement, we have a long-term plan. Yes, up-and-coming artist. She does a great job of that. And she actually does not get enough credit for that, but that's something that she does very, very well. And because she does that, again, she reestablishes her authority in the marketplace. I've dropped a lot for today. This is probably going to be a 3-day training. So what I want you to take away from this today is I want you to ask yourself, how am I creating a long-term engagement plan for my audience, right? So think back from November to April, almost, 5-6 months, Beyonce has engaged us on one project, right? Then I want you to think about, how are you creating intrigue? How are you creating desire for your audience? What are you doing to captivate them, to want them to want more of you? What are you doing? What stories are you telling? If you're not telling stories, you're not in the game. Okay, so I want you to begin to tell stories. I want you to begin to share your flaws. This is the other thing Beyonce is doing. She's humanizing herself. She's been, on this pedestal as this untouchable human being, and now we see her as, wow, you're just like me, Beyonce. You're going through stuff. You have problems just like I do. Although we should know that, but customers need, exactly. She done made people stop talking about Prince. Exactly. People forgot Prince died the other day, but I didn't. I'm still live streaming him. So here's the thing. I want you to go right now, when you hop off of this training, and ask yourself, how are you implementing these aspects? I would actually advise for you to replay this, because I dropped some incredible nuggets. Come back tomorrow. We're going to talk more about these key elements that you need to infuse in your marketing and brand plan so that you can leverage your own lemons. Everybody has lemons, but what she gave you was the formula for success. Leverage your own lemons. When you leverage your lemons, you will have a lifestyle that you desire. I thank you so much, Courtney. I appreciate that. Oh, I really appreciate that. Oh, you guys are really making my heart smile today. And so, understand, and I'm going to emphasize this one more time. I'm underscoring this. You have your own set of lemons. Use it to your advantage to tell your brand story, to craft your audience experience, to compel and captivate them in such a way that it infuses a gorgeous, breathtaking amount of fast cash into your wallet so that you can do the things that you're called to do, which is freely invest in your child, invest in a community activity, and improve the community, all these things that you want to do. But it starts with you having a beautiful business model and you understanding how you can have authority in the marketplace. But it's all about positioning yourself. I think that's where I'm going to stop. If you want to connect more with me, first of all, you need to head. You're so funny. If you want to connect with me, go ahead and hit that little man right there. Subscribe, join us. Hit me up. You want to work with me? You're like, Queenie, you are dropping it. I need someone like that on my brand team. Go to workwithqueenie.com. I actually have 2 slots available for May. All right. See you guys tomorrow. Same place, same time. Bye.